Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wa bihi nasta'in wa huwa khairun nasirin wa mu'in. Nahmaduhu wa nasta'inuhu wa nu'minu bihi wa natawakkalu alayhi wa nusalli wa nusallimu ala habibihi wa najibihi wa khiyaratihi fi khalqihi wa hafidhi sirrihi wa muballighi risalatihi sayyidina wa nabiyyina abil qasim al mustafa Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad وعلى آله الأطيبين الأطهرين المنتجبين سيما بقية الله في الأراضين أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله. Dear brothers, we spoke about different types of lies and I gave you few of them while there are many other types. My intention is to cover the social and individual aspect of it. And today we want to consider the factors behind it, the roots and the causes, why people lie. And again, there is a lots of information. Alone in Quran Kareem, we have so many different deep-rooted factors that why people lie. So I hope by knowing those ayat and the reasons behind this, evil act, we will inshallah seek Allah's help and try to refrain from it. There are different ayat which go into the deep roots of this crime. The very first, without any introduction, is ignorance. People, they lie because they don't know the consequences of this crime. They're just like lying, and they're combined with another factor. That is like, to entertain others. And very close to that, to mock others. And then to joke around. So they're like a bunch of them. But they're very close to it. The root goes basically that the person is unaware. If they knew what I'm doing and what are its effects on my iman, and what are its effects on others, especially the people I'm lying to, I am basically concealing truth and showing them a picture or reality that does not exist. If a person knew that, of course they won't do that, because there's no benefit for them other than this very trivial benefit of just, महफिल को जिसको हम कहते हैं कभी सरगर्म करना. So this is not worth it, because every word we say is being recorded and we will be rewarded accordingly. If a righteous one, good reward, and if God forbid a lie, let's say in our case, a punishment. So this was reason number one. And you have many ayat in Quran, but inshallah we'll give you another one which embraces about all these reasons in there. Other one is, deceit. And I've combined them so we can understand them better. Deceit plus arrogance. So person is not lying out of ignorance. Now they're trying to be arrogant. They want to win, not win pride, because that's a different type. See, as lihazi akhlaqi, they're very close to one another. But arrogance is different from ignorance, and arrogance has a slight difference from pride, takabbar. When somebody seeks to be a higher, position. The Quran Kareem in Surah Tawbah, ayah 77 says that people, when they have these diseases, you have that in your mind. Now this is a chunk of a long ayah. Ayah says, فَأَعْقَبَهُمْ نِفَاقًا فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ إِلَى يَوْمِ يَلْقَوْنَهُ. So Allah has sowed the nifaq in their hearts till the day they will meet him. Bima akhlafullaha ma wa'aduhu, for what they did against to what they had promised with Allah Jalla Shanu. Jo Allah se wa'da kiya tha, because they did against that promise. Now look, pay attention. وَبِمَا كَانُوا يَكْذِبُونَ, and for the reason because they used to lie. So lying is one of the factors of these calamities which are going to befall on the doers of evil. So when Quran Kareem gives us the reason, the deep roots, remember Quran will give us one principle, and ulama and Ahl Bayt alayhimus salam, they have taught us so many things in them. Let me give you a beautiful hadith from Imam Ali alayhi salam. Imam says there's not a single person, he will never taste Iman until he abandons lying. You will never taste faith, Iman. Iman ka maza nahi chakhega. Look, because this guy, I'm going a bit quick, I know. This guy is always living in his dreams of lying, fantasy. He creates something in his mind, fabricates, it's a lie, and thinks that is what reality is. That is what I want, or that is what I have. And he shows the same picture, unrealistic picture, to other people through his lies. And he conceals the truth. Let's say, somebody questions you, I want to do something, let's say in business. The man, the liar, is living in his lies, in his dreams. If this guy is going to give, the counsel to the person who is seeking his opinion, he's not going to lead him to what exists outside. Let's say there's a story, a little funny story, but has a huge lesson. Somebody came to Hazrat Bohlol. They used to call him, a crazy man, Majnoon. But he was not a Majnoon. Look how he addresses him. He says, "Oh, Bahlol, the insane, crazy, Bahlol Diwana ji, advise me, what should I do? I know you had advised someone else. And they did great in their business. They made lots of money." Bahlol is very accurate what the man is saying to him, because he is saying him a diwana. He tells him, you know what, go and sow so vegetable. He goes and puts all of maybe maximum money into that vegetable, what Bahlol said. He lost. He saw a huge loss. Came back very angry to Bahlol. You said me to do so, and I have lost my money. Hazrat Bahlol said, do you remember what did you call me? You said Bahlol Diwana ji. Oh, Bahlol the crazy man. Tell me what to, well, what else you expect from a crazy man? So, alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. So, if a person lies to other people, meaning tells them what is not the truth, others are going to affect more than this man in this scenario. The next in the list is weakness of personality. People lie because they're weak inside. Somehow they're convinced, if I tell the other party the truth, I'm going to lose face. I'm going to maybe, like my respect is going to decrease, or I don't know, whatever. They try to hide, basically, behind a personality by lying which does not exist. They try to pretend to be what they are not. Let's say somebody, they're in a business meeting. The man is, let's say he holds a master's. And he says, well, I have a PhD. Why is he doing that? It's not inferiority complex. That is different. Right now we are speaking, this person has some weakness, and that is the reason, that is the root. This is the reason because this person lies. Remember, they're very close to one another, but they're easily distinguishable. We can easily separate them from one another. Sometimes, yeah, one may not realize, is he lying out of deceit? Is he lying out of weakness? Is he lying out of, let's say, what else I said so far? Because of ignorance? He may not realize, but finally, he is lying. Regardless of he knows the reason why he lies, or he does not know the reason why he lies. But he ends up lying. So this is very important. Quran Kareem mentions it. لا تحسبن الذين يفرحون بما أتوا ويحبون أن يحمدوا ويحبون, and they love to be praised for what they have not done it. People, they always want to be praised, spoken good about them. Well, do something good, then expect others to praise you. Of course, you are not doing good to get the praise and plaudits of other people, but it's a natural, thing. If somebody has done something good, then he should expect. Quran says they have not done anything good. They don't do any mahmood actions, praiseworthy actions, but they expect other people to praise them. Basically, they want to get the credit. Mostly in the companies, some other middle, rank person, he does the whole grunt work. But normally the boss, he takes the credit. And if, God forbid, something goes wrong, puts it on the neck on that poor man. I hope when we know these factors, in ilm akhlaq, see our asatza, they teach them in so many details, through so many different stories and discussions. You love to know them all. And trust me, when we know how about a crime, let's say in a religious scenario, an evil act, we don't like it. We want to stay away from them. The prominent, the most noticeable and obvious and common attribute among Ma'asumeen alayhimus salam is that none of them, they ever lied. And this runs in whole prophethood. Prophets, awliya of Allah, Ma'asumeen, see, they don't lie. They're sadiqeen. See, kadhib, its opposite is sadiq. Oh Allah, for the sake of Ahl Bayt alayhimus salam, help us know and understand the reasons and causes and roots and factors behind lying, and then refrain them. Oh Allah, forgive us if we ever, out of any of these reasons, lied. Without your help, we cannot protect ourselves. ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. صدق الله العلي العظيم. صلى الله عليك آل محمد وعجل فرجهم. لا إله إلا الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وآله الأطيبين الأطهرين المنتجبين سيما علي أمير المؤمنين والصديقة الطاهرة سيدة نساء العالمين والحسن والحسين سبطي نبي الرحمة وإمامي الهدى وسيدي شباب أهل الجنة وعلي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن ابن علي والحجة الخلف القائم المهدي اللهم صل على محمد حججك على عبادك وأمنائك في بلادك اللهم صل عليهم صلاة دائمة ذاكية متواترة متواصلة وصل على أئمة المسلمين وحماة المستضعفين وهداة المؤمنين. There are other reasons, and one of them is that people, they lie to get to a better position for their status. They either want to increase it in their own sense, or they want to keep it. They want to preserve it. To do that, they lie. Quran Kareem in Surah Ma'idah 42 mentions Samma'una lil kadhibi Akkaluna lis-suht. Two reasons, just keywords. They hear Samma'. Sometimes, see, I'm traveling, let's say in the bus, in the train. Something is playing and I'm listening. Or two people next to me are talking. I'm listening without I want it. I'm just listening because I can't stop my ears from listening. But once others are talking, or let's say some music is playing and I'm listening attentively, that is Samma', who willingly is listening to something. And these guys, willingly, they're listening to lies. They look for lies. They don't look for truth. They're just looking for lies, Quran says. A certain group among people of the book, among especially Jews, they were just looking for lies for their own reasons. And akaluna le suht. Suht is something which you produce from haram. Let's say by selling wine, the money, it's not only haram to sell wine. That benefit, that interest, that gain, to utilize that gain, that is suht, to be haram. And this is the worst in Islam. In Islamic laws, suht is the worst. Inshallah, one day we'll speak about suht. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahi al-ali al-azim. There are so many ahadith and other ayat which tell that this crime, don't even get close to it. Suht. We seek Allah's refuge that He may protect us. So these people, they are just, lying for the reason I just gave you. I'm looking for that news heading I saved from previous Secretary of, the Foreign Ministry, Secretary of State Pompeo, Mike Pompeo. You will remember this title. We lied, cheated, and stole in 2019. Who remembers this statement? Does anybody? Nobody. It's in the internet. You can look for it. We lied, comma, cheated, comma, stole. Pompeo comes clean about CIA. Look for this title. These guys, they get training how to lie, how to cheat, how to steal. We have nothing to do with them in this scenario we are speaking about. But point is, look, there are certain people out there. As I mentioned this ayah, Samma'una lil kadhibi. What I just told you from Mike Pompeo, that goes one step further. It's not that they listen to the lies. They develop skills how to lie and how to cheat. There's a faculty, there's a think tank. They are just sitting and planning how to lie, how to deceive this person, this government, this party, whatever. When they are thinking just to produce this, human brain, Allah has given it lots of qualities. One of it is, you focus on one certain thing, you will become very skillful on that. This lie, maybe this reason we will inshallah speak some other day. But remember, this is one of the most dangerous types Maybe this is one of the most dangerous, because if you can easily say Sama is willingly, only and only planning to listen to lies. He's not after the truth. He does not want to explore the reality. He's only after the lie because of A, B, C, D, E reasons, for whatever he has pre-planned in his mind. Can somebody help this man? This is the dangerous part of it, that this person is willingly after just lies. So his whole mind, body, and spirit is into unrealistic matter. He's not to discover about Allah. He's not to discover about Rasulullah, about religion, about ethical attributes, about practical part, about other people. No. He's only and only focused on one thing, and that is how and where and which lies can I buy. Give you an ayah of Quran Kareem, Surah Marka Furqan, from Imam Baqir alayhi salam. I don't know if you remember or not. Have a salawat on him. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. A very obvious reason I gave you, and this is the last one, our time is about to finish, and that is financial gains. The ayah was also inclusive in the previous discussion, which is لِيَشْتَرُوا بِهِ ثَمَنًا قَلِيلًا. So they may, they sell lies of, they sell ayat of Allah. They cheat on God. يَكْتُبُونَ الْكِتَابَ بِأَيْدِيهِمْ. They write down the book with their own hands. They say, وَيَقُولُونَ هَذَا مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ. This is from God. What do they want to do? لَيَشْتَرُوا بِهِ ثَمَنًا قَلِيلًا. So they may reach a paltry, a lowly gain. छोटा सा, थोड़ा सा फायदा हासिल करने के लिए. ले, lam is here, lam ta'lil, why, factor, root, reason, cause. See, lam, wherever you see lam in Quran, le, that is basically the root. That is what we are discussing. And Allah says, لَيَشْتَرُوا بِهِ. So by this fabrication of lying, لَيَشْتَرُوا بِهِ ثَمَنًا قَلِيلًا. They may achieve, they may attain a very paltry gain. So this is also a very dangerous crime, and Allah has promised them hellfire for this. Because again, the person is concealing the truth and stopping the other people from reaching the truth. Inshallah, if Allah allowed, we will discover more reasons, and then we will discover how to remedify them, how to cure this disease of lying. And then some exceptions. There are some exceptions in Islam when lying, it's not permitted, it's forgivable. Allah may forgive, but it should be out of those reasons which have been mentioned in the Quran and the Sunnah. O Allah, Rabbana zalamna anfusana wa illam taghfir lana wa tarhamna lanakunanna minal khasirin. Rabbi ghfir warham wa anta khairur rahimin. Rabbana innana sami'na munadiyan yunadi lil imani an aminu bi rabbikum fa amanna. Rabbana faghfir lana dhunubana wa kaffir anna sayyiatina wa tawaffana ma'al abrar. ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب. اللهم عجل لوليك الفرج واجعلنا من أعوانه وأصحابه وأنصاره. اللهم صل